The arena is alive long before the first bell. Lights burn hot above the ring, and every seat is filled with anticipation, history, and fear. This is not just a fight. This is destiny colliding with destiny. Mike Tyson, the most feared puncher of his era, walks with the weight of intimidation itself. Across from him stands Evander Holyfield, the warrior, the thinker, the man who has survived storms and come back stronger. When they rise for the introductions, the crowd doesn't roar, it hums, like a warning. Everyone in this building knows they are about to witness something that will echo through boxing forever. The referee's voice cuts through the noise. Protect yourself at all times. The bell rings, and instantly the tension snaps tight. Tyson stalks forward, shoulders rolling, head weaving like a coiled predator. Holyfield doesn't flinch. He stands tall, eyes calm, reading every twitch, every breath. Tyson fires early, a sharp right hand, fast and heavy, but Holyfield absorbs it, answers back with discipline. This is not chaos. This is chess played with fists. Holyfield refuses to be bullied. He clinches when necessary, smothers Tyson's power, and forces him to reset. Tyson swings big, missing more than he lands, frustration already beginning to simmer beneath the surface. Holyfield counters in measured bursts, not one punch, but combinations, touching the body, snapping the head back just enough to make a point. The crowd senses it early. This isn't the quick destruction Tyson built his legend on. This is a fight, and Holyfield is not here to survive, he's here to take something. As the early rounds settle in, one truth becomes clear. The night is going to be long, violent, and unforgettable. By the middle rounds, the fight has transformed into a grinding test of will. Tyson is still dangerous, every hook carries menace, but Holyfield has found the rhythm. He times Tyson's misses, sliding just outside the arc of destruction, then snapping counters back through the opening. A straight right hand lands clean. Another follows. Holyfield's hand speed begins to tell, and the crowd rises with every exchange. Inside the clinches, Holyfield works relentlessly. Short punches to the body, uppercuts that sap strength inch by inch. Tyson, who once thrived on fear alone, now has to fight through resistance, through exhaustion, through a man who refuses to break. Holyfield's confidence grows. His combinations become sharper, more frequent. Tyson's attacks become wilder, less controlled. Then comes the moment no one expects. Holyfield drops Tyson. It's not a thunderous knockout blow, but it's enough. Enough to shock the crowd, enough to rattle the myth. Tyson is down, and for a heartbeat, the world freezes. He rises, but something has changed. The invincible aura cracks. From this point on, it becomes a battle of intelligence versus instinct. Holyfield thinks his way through every exchange, picking shots, conserving energy, choosing when to unleash violence. Tyson fights on pure will, but the pace he once dominated now betrays him. His legs slow. His breathing deepens. The crowd is no longer divided. They are witnessing greatness being forged in real time. Holyfield is not running. He is not surviving. He is winning. And with every round, the belief grows louder. This fight is slipping away from the most feared man in boxing. As the later rounds arrive, fatigue becomes a third fighter in the ring, and it favors Evander Holyfield. Tyson still throws, still lunges, still searches for that one punch that could change everything. But Holyfield is sharper, calmer, and brutally precise. He slips a right hand and answers with an uppercut that snaps Tyson's head back. Another combination follows. The crowd erupts. Holyfield digs deep, pulling from reserves built through years of championship rounds and hard lessons. He lands hooks, straight rights, uppercuts, mixing levels, breaking rhythm, dismantling Tyson piece by piece. Tyson's defense erodes. His counters slow. His frustration shows. This is no longer intimidation, this is survival. A massive exchange lights up the arena. Both men unload, but Holyfield's shots land cleaner, heavier, with purpose. Tyson staggers back. The bell saves him once, but it cannot save him forever. The champion's heart beats louder now. Holyfield presses forward, sensing the end. Tyson is in trouble, visibly hurt, visibly tired. Holyfield smells it and pours on the pressure. Punch after punch crashes through. Uppercuts on the inside, hooks around the guard. Tyson refuses to fall, fueled by pride alone, but his body is betraying him. This is where legends are defined, not by fear, but by endurance. Holyfield is relentless, composed, unstoppable. The man once doubted, once underestimated, is now dominating the most terrifying puncher of a generation. And the crowd knows it. They rise as one, witnessing the moment when heart conquers fear. When it finally ends, there is no confusion, only awe. Mike Tyson stands battered, exhausted, spent. Evander Holyfield stands tall, arms raised, having fought one of the greatest fights of his life. This was not luck. This was not survival. This was mastery. Holyfield boxed smart, chose his moments, and unleashed violence only when it mattered most. He took Tyson's power, broke his rhythm, and beat him at his own game, inside, outside, and everywhere in between. The judge's decision only confirms what the ring already told us. As the announcement echoes through the arena, the crowd erupts into a standing ovation. Not for destruction, but for courage. Not for fear, but for greatness. Holyfield has done what few believed possible. He has outfought, outthought, and outlasted Mike Tyson. This fight becomes more than a result. It becomes a lesson written in sweat and blood. Power alone is never enough. Heart, discipline, and intelligence define true champions. Holyfield walks away as the real deal, his legacy sealed not by one punch but by an entire night of brilliance. And Mike Tyson, he remains a legend, but on this night he met a man who would not be intimidated. A man who refused to fall. A man who proved that boxing at its highest level is not about fear. It's about who is willing to stand, think, and fight when everything is on the line.